Alright, so I just wanted to do a quick walk around of my 250 swap Grom here. The handlebar is off because it made it easier to get at a couple of the controls, but I've got all the body work off while I'm working on a couple things on it. And so the radiator's hanging a little bit, but all it is, so up here I've got my controls mounted terribly to shorten the grips up a little bit, but it is a CBR 250 dash up there on the factory Grom suspension. And then it's a CBR 250 motor here. My frame's been modified. It's a lot on the ugly side, but it really works. So the factory CBR throttle body can drop straight down in here. And then it actually has a couple of adapter plates that mount right in here. So these adapter plates that hold the engine on both sides. There's some custom spacers and everything in there that were made with the kit. And it holds the motor in place and aligns it for the rear. And sorry, this is not the greatest video there. Kind of awkward walking around. But on the other side, I've got the whole wiring harness run through. So it is a full CBR 250 wiring harness on it. I think the motor is for a 2013 motor. And it runs off that. And then a little tiny Grom battery that does pretty well most of the time firing it up, unless it sits. And then it just lines up perfect to run back to the Grom rear wheel. You can get some 520 chains and sprockets, which is the factory CBR size. It's a little bit big and heavy, so this is actually set up for 428 chain. It's off because I just took off my stretch kit. And then back here is my little trailer hitch. All I do for the trailer hitch is there's the axle bolt down here, and then it runs up to the front, and you can see it on the other side because I haven't put it fully on yet, but I have a pair of bolts there that keep the front just clamped in place. It stays in really well. And then it runs back to around the back tire. The square subframes on the square swing arms like this, it's actually pretty easy to set up that way. And it runs back. I've got to get my ball mounted right here, and then my trailer is set up right there. I'll go over that in a second. But that's all the CBR 250 is. It runs off the factory Grom tank, which I've got some old bad gas in right now. Doesn't get the greatest fuel range. It gets about 50-60 miles of range just because the Grom tank's just a little over a gallon. But it runs pretty well. It's a little bit rowdy with no exhaust, but that's about it. And I'm walking through my minefield here. My garage is a little bit crowded. But then right here is my trailer. It's set up so I can slide a container straight in through the back of it over here. Just slide it right in that gap and slide it in. It's going to be running with a hitch and a ball that I need to pick up this week and just haven't had time to. And then all the slats up top are for, I've got a tent cot sitting over here in all my disaster to camp with all week. That trailer is like 60-ish pounds, probably a little bit more. I kind of overbuilt it for weight, and it's using normal trailer axles that I got to finish setting up, packing the bearings on. But it's light enough that the 250 Grom shouldn't have a problem, and I have enough space there that I can put a gas can on it so I can get decent fuel range. But that's a little bit about the 250 Grom, and so I figured I'd just share that.